A very good morning to all our dear viewers this Sunday, and welcome to this live talk show conducted by Global Education and Training Institute. Today, as the guest speaker, we have with us Ms. Priyanka Gambhir, all the way from Prayagraj. She is the assistant coordinator of Gurukulam Play School, Prayagraj. She has done her MBA and B.Ed and is also a Bachelor of Information and Management. Presently, she is working as assistant coordinator in the top school at Prayagraj. She holds an experience of around 9 years in the education field in serving versatile industries with the core aim of understanding the needs traits of workplace success. She has developed the learning and understanding of human child psychology at different levels, continuously improving and learning and bringing out the remarkable output is what she very strongly believes in. Here we have with us Ms. Priyanka Gambhir. Ma'am, over to you for this live talk show on art of recovering from failure.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for inviting me. I extend my warm gratitude to the entire team of GETI Institute and wishing you all a very happy Sunday morning. And let us proceed with the show because it's Sunday and we should not indulge into lots of learning. It's a fun day today. So thank you so much, ma'am. Uh, Let us begin with the thing that we decide what is a failure and what is a success. Today in the presentation, we are going to have ma'am, please allow the access. Yes, thank you, ma'am. So the art of recovering from failure. It seems to be easy, but it is equally very difficult. So today we are going to discuss about what we understand with the word success, failure, redefinition of failure, elements of success mindset, few success stories, and failure management. All right, so let us begin. What is a success? Being successful is the desire of all of us deciding over this lovely planet. It doesn't matter whether the concerned person is a child, youth, or the old aged. At each and every stage of our wide lifespan, it is our inbuilt desire to be successful and proceed forward consistently towards more massive success. The mentality of competing with each other can frequently be noticed at any of the places, including schools, colleges, coachings, work fields, including organizations, offices, etc., to name a few. As a comparison to our efforts towards the work to get success, we often expect more and want success to knock our doors very soon. And to every person, success has its own way. Success means wealth. Some means love. To some it means fame. To some it is family, good health, and peace of mind, and satisfaction, and so on. So if in case it does not happen, we used to get frustrated and finally get deeper inside the darkness of inferiority. Such a situation has been noticed among most of the people, where regular and dedicated efforts have been ignored, and merely the failures have been entertained. When a person doesn't achieve his or her predetermined goal. It is called his or her failure. Failure occurs every day in school, jobs, housework, and within families. It is unavoidable. It is irritating and it causes pessimism. While the thought of flinging your hands in the air and walking away is all too appealing, take a second to connect with the people who have been there and survived. It is about crossing the hurdles and winning the race. It's about setting goals and striving to reach them. It's about solving problems and resolving difficulties. Success and failures are the 2 points, two sides of a single coin. So, redefining the word failure, it means you have not succeeded yet. You have learned something. You are not perfect. You need to put more efforts. You must try harder. It may take a little longer time, but it's worth it. Success is never ending and the failure is never final. Napoleon Hill said, "Whatever the mind of a man can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve." So, you have to have a strong desire to have a successful mind. You have to have a commitment. You have to have commitment to friendship, which implies maintaining confidentiality. You have to have commitment to your customers, which implies giving good services. You have to have commitment to patriotism, which implies sacrifice. Commitment to job implies integrity, and commitment to community implies responsibility. Success is not something that you get by chance. It requires a lot of preparation. Everyone likes to win, but how many of us are willing to put our efforts? That's the point. Dhirubhai Ambani said, "No matter where you are in life, no matter who you are, no matter what you have accomplished, no matter when or where or why you have failed." So, when you wish upon a star, that makes no difference who you are. Just be yourself. You have to have a positive attitude, a very positive attitude. Every end is a new beginning, starting over again. It can be fun and it can be done. Look at what you have left. Never look at what you have lost. And light the candle of hope. I will do it. Tomorrow is today. Tomorrow never comes. And my dear, impossible itself says, "I am possible." You have to have a pride of performance. You have to feel confident about it, because excellence comes when the performer takes pride in doing things. Half-hearted effort does not produce any result. Mark my words, it will not give you any results. Every job has its own value. You have to have a persistent attitude. That means you have to have a commitment to finish what you have started. As we say, today is a rainy day. Clouds are in the sky. Sun is not shining. Stars are not twinkling. But wait for some time. It's just the passage of time. Don't be afraid. Don't be a letdown, as there is a new day waiting for you. There is always a new beginning. Every morning you have a new beginning. So why not take 100% out of it? We have so many success stories, right, all around the world. So, before becoming successful, some of the world's biggest leaders experienced epic failure. While we all celebrate their success, what overlooked is the path that got them there. A path that is often marked with failure, drive, and determination are what leads to success, and these inspirational stories proves just that. When we talk about Mahatma Gandhi, his is perhaps the most inspiring personality. Originally a barrister in India by profession, he was not a strong lawyer as he was unable to cross question his witnesses. After spending some time drafting litigation letters, he went to South Africa where he developed his political skills. It was not a cakewalk for him. Even there, and his Satyagraha movement was fought with difficulties in India. We talk about Albert Einstein. The word Einstein is associated with intelligence and synonymous with genius. Yet it is a famous fact that the pioneer of the theory of general relativity, Albert Einstein himself, could not speak fluently until the age at that time. His rebellious nature led to expulsion from school, and he was refused admittance to the Zurich Polytechnic School. His earlier setbacks did not stop him from winning the Nobel Prize in Physics. After all, he believed that success is failure in progress. To this day, his research has influenced various aspects of life, including culture, religion, and art. Just because you haven't achieved anything great yet doesn't mean that you cannot be an Einstein itself. When we talk about Walt Disney, a creator of Mickey Mouse, he dropped out of school at a very young age in a failed attempt at joining in the army. One of his earlier ventures, Laugh-O-Gram Studios, went bankrupt due to his lack of ability to run a successful business. He was fired at some newspaper for not being creative enough, and yet today, the genius behind Disney Studio is responsible for generations of childhood memories and dreams. From Snow White to Frozen, Disney will continue to entertain us because we don't look backwards for very long. We keep moving, opening up new doors and doing new things because we are curious. And curiosity keeps leading us down new paths. Our very own Amitabh Bachchan, a blockbuster performer at the Bollywood box office. Amitabh Bachchan's career tanked along with his production house, ABCL, very popular. His meteoric rise and quick downfall is a true Bollywood tale within Bollywood. He was bankrupt but did not give up and continued to fight. It was this crucial juncture when his career took a 360-degree turn with the arrival of KBC series in India, and slowly he once again rose up to the top. Big B truly proved that nothing, not even a simple desi hair oil advert, is beneath you, but in any profession, respect is earned by your skills and your attitude. Tell us real life inspirational stories. Dhirubhai Ambani. Who doesn't know the name of Reliance today? But do you know that Dhirubhai Ambani, the founder of Reliance, was perhaps controversy's favorite child? Ambani had a humble beginning and he was not from a very affluent background. He moved to Yemen at the age of 16, where he worked as a simple clerk. However, he knew he had to follow his calling and risking everything. He returned to India to set up his business with his close friend. Through Champak Lal, Damani differed from Ambani in his views and decided to split. Ambani did not give up hope and continued his trade, deciding to even enter the stock market. Dhirubhai Ambani is a role model for all youngsters, real life inspiration. And our Narendra Modi, a humble chai vendor, embroiled in one of the most blood-bathed controversies in the country, is today the Prime Minister. Does success need any other definition? He is one of the most powerful men in the country. So, some of the research stayed with him, and You have to overcome the failures. So, we have to have a failure management. How? Failure is inevitable, but how we overcome challenges and use them to our advantage is what matters. So, you have to keep a positive attitude. Highly successful people are the ones who have failed the most. As the public, we usually only learn about these individuals and their companies once they have made something big. We admire their success, yet rarely witness the immense struggle they went through to get there. By not being exposed to their failures, we are unfortunately only left to compare ourselves to their achievements. This in turn can make it very hard for us to validate the mistakes we make and problems we experience. We often second guess ourselves and question our abilities, not realizing that adversity is required in order to succeed. This way of thinking has made the world afraid of failures. Even from a young age, we have been taught that being wrong and making mistakes are bad. Our mind itself uses painful memories of the past to provoke negative emotions like fear, and anxiety to stop us from making those same errors every day, day by day. Award winning author J.K. Rowling, on the other hand, embraced failures. It is impossible to live without failing at something, unless you live so cautiously that you might as well not have lived at all, in which case you fail by default. Setbacks and failures are inevitable in life. No one is perfect, and we all fail and we all fall on hard times at some point or another. But if we live so carefully to avoid failure, we are also never teaching ourselves how to manage it effectively when we experience it. So, when faced with adversity, it often overwhelms us and causes us to give up. We have to, we need to actually identify the reason. That's the most critical part of the process, which 90% of people do not do. That involves taking a couple of minutes to reflect on what happened and being brutally honest with ourselves on why it happened. It's easy to turn on a TV, pull out a smartphone, and find some form of distraction. But most people will do anything to avoid confronting themselves and confronting oneself with mistakes they have made. However, if we do not do this, we don't learn. And if we don't learn, then we don't risk. We don't learn, then we risk failing insanely. Albert Einstein famously said it was insane to do the same thing over and over again and expect a different result. So, if we don't learn from our mistakes and failures in life, then we are doomed to keep repeating them, whether we realize it or not. And the most important, believe in yourself. Learn from failure. We fail forward by learning because from our setbacks and making the necessary adjustment until we succeed. Every change we make, every person we meet, every bit of information we absorb is coming together so we can create a different outcome. We can't stop obstacles from appearing in life, but we can choose how to handle them. They may block our vision temporarily, but if we persevere, then we can discover opportunities that have always been waiting for us. On the other hand, as we get more efficient with the process, we enable ourselves to see the positive side even in the toughest situations. Concluding it with a quote: failure is success in progress.
Thank you so much, ma'am. That
Thank you,
was
ma'am.
so wonderful to listen to you on this very important topic. One question that has been put up by one of the viewers is that in such difficult times and in all adversities, how do we train ourselves to overcome these challenges and how to make the maximum use of the advantages that are given to us in our life?
Oh, that's a very nice question. And I think that would summarize my presentation a little more. So I would just say you can, turn any negative experience into a positive outcome. But again, there is a question how we do it. Firstly, we have to accept the failure, that accept that failure is a part of the process. When times get tough, one of the most frustrating things we can hear from someone is to say, stay positive. That's what we hear every time, right? That you have to stay positive. The concept of positive thinking has been misused, misconstrued, and abused by us all. Despite we hear it is nothing to do with smiling and being happy with everything that happens to you. Anyone who says is either lying or is he crazy. It's just simple. It's just that simple. But positive thinking perhaps is used so that we can learn, we can grow and evolve from what we experience in life. This doesn't mean that you should not try. It simply means that if you are faced with a setback, understand it is not your final destination. It is the stepping stone in your journey that is getting you where you need to be. When we do experience difficulties in life, it is okay to get down. It is okay to get down on ourselves. It is okay to get upset and disappointed. Our goal, however, is not to stay down. Let your frustration out. Once you have done, once you have taken some time to walk it off and clear your head, you can then begin accepting what happened. The initial emotional rush will eventually dissipate, and you can then slowly return to focus back to the issues and on hand, and you can perform then the success is all yours.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Ma'am Priyanka Gambhir from Allahabad, Prayagraj, joining us this morning and giving such a valuable talk on art of recovering from failure. To listen to such more interesting talks from different speakers, please join us, GETI Global Education and Training Institute, our Disruptive Education Movement. And we also invite you all to the 13th Ed Leadership International Virtual Roundtable Conference, which begins on 21st of January till 24th of January. On that note, we would like to bid goodbye to each other, and very soon we'll be joining to our next talk speaker this afternoon. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am, for giving me this virtual platform to talk something upon a very important topic which is prevailing these days. And I'm just putting in my bit, and I will be glad if this could help someone to recover from failure. Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much.
much, ma'am. That would be a pleasure. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am.